Hello everybody, welcome back to Freaky Funko Friday. Today we're going to be talking about San Diego Comic-Con releases. Now these pictures have just been released within the last 24 hours, so I'm going to cover them with you. And let me tell you, we have a lot to cover. So I'm going to go through these pretty quick because again, there's a lot to cover. And so I don't want to stay on one too long whatsoever. So if you like one and you want to see more details, I would recommend maybe pausing the video when you see something you like so you can get a better look at it. Because I'm going to be going through these pretty quick so this doesn't become, 45-minute or an hour video. Okay? So I'm super excited, guys. We have a lot of Funko Pops that are being released, and some of these, all of them look great, but some of them just blow my mind, and some of these are limited editions. Okay, so usually what that means is that some of these are only going to be available at Comic-Con. And right now I don't have any information. Funko has not released a list of which one GameStop's getting, which one Hot Topic's getting, which one Barnes & Nobles are getting. So I don't have that list because Funko hasn't released it yet. But as we go through some of these, based on prior history, based on what I've seen in the past from certain Funko Pops, I will kind of give you my thoughts on where I think they probably will be released. But again, as soon as that list comes out, I'll be making a video on that and let you know immediately. But we don't have that list yet. But I'll be giving my thoughts on where I think they're going to be released based on the Comic-Cons over the last X amount of years. I've been doing this for a while now. So a lot of mine are probably going to be pretty close to dead on. So, but let's get started. First, before we do get started, I want to say, France, I love you. France is my team in the World Cup. They've been my favorite team probably since 1999, 2000-ish. So when I started watching soccer, and I absolutely love France, and they're the team I root for. So if whenever they play, I got to watch them. So I want to say awesome job today. They beat Peru 1-0. So right now they're leading their group. They won the first two games in their group. And so it looks like they're definitely moving on to the next round. They still have one more game to go, but since they're in first place right now with 6 points, I definitely anticipate them to get to the next group. Not to the next group, but get to the next level where they can continue on, and hopefully France 2018 World Cup champions. So that's what I want to see. So love you, France. Love you so much. Got my France bracelet on too. Rocking my France. So huge fan of that country, soccer. So, and the country itself is beautiful. So now back to Funko. So here we go. I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. And some of these I probably will, so I apologize ahead of time. But this is the director here. This is director Funko Pop number 596. And this is Taika Waititi. And he's from New Zealand. And in case you were wondering, he's made a lot of movies, but probably the most recent one that you're familiar with would be Thor Ragnarok. He was the director of that movie. So here they have a Funko Pop dedicated to him. I think it looks amazing. And this one only has 3,000 pieces in its entire series, so it's a limited edition. So will this only be available at Comic-Con? I don't know. But with 3,000 pieces, I would bet that if you don't go to Comic-Con, you're going to have a hard time finding this one. So, and some of these are going to be that way. So if you do want them, either go to Comic-Con, wait in the long lines, or be ready to pay a little extra money on eBay to get them. So, but this is the director of Thor Ragnarok, and I think he looks absolutely amazing in this Funko Pop, and I'm glad they did one of him because he looks really cool. He's from New Zealand, and he's definitely rocking the do there. So, the hairdo. So the next one up is, and we're going to keep it in the Marvel universe here. So the next one up, this is pretty cool. He kind of reminds me of the Mountain from Game of Thrones. Just the way he looks. But this is Marvel Studios 10 Iron Man Mark 1. So this is, again, all of these are 2018 San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. So this one looks really cool. I love the dent in the helmet. So, you know, he's definitely done some battle there. He's got that, you know, that life force right there in the middle of his chest. So I think he looks really cool. This is one I do want to pick up myself, and I'm excited about this one. So based on history, a lot of the DC and Marvel Hot Topic it gets. Sometimes GameStop gets some of them, but GameStop really gets more of the game ones, like Destiny, Overwatch. They're the ones that usually get those. And now that Toys R Us is not in the picture anymore, because Toys R Us used to get some, and all Toys R Us are now been closed down across the country. I believe they still have a website open that you can order from, but some of these that used to go to Toys R Us will probably be distributed between other stores as well. But Hot Topic carries a lot of Marvel and DC, so I'm hoping that they end up getting this one. He looks awesome. So the next one is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, number 337. And this is Craiglin. And I think he looks really cool. I love the red mohawk. I love the scar kind of above his eye and right below his eye. I love his jumpsuit that he's in. He just looks awesome. I think they did a really good job. Funko did a really good job on this one. And this is definitely one that I want to pick up as well. So this one, he looks really cool. And I'm definitely excited to see these come out and actually see them in person. So now this next one here, out of all the Marvel ones that they're releasing this year, this for me is a must-have. So here is from Thor Ragnarok, number 335. Absolutely amazing. This is Thor with Odin Force. That's right. So you see Thor with his eyes lighting up, both of his arms lighting up, and his wrist and his hands lighting up with the lightning. He looks like he's ready to do some massive damage, and I think Funko did a phenomenal job with this one. I'm not sure if it's glow-in-the-dark eyes, but it doesn't say it on the box, so I'm going to assume it's not, because it doesn't say it in the title either. So I'm assuming it's not glow-in-the-dark, but it's so bright that it might as well be, right? So it looks really cool, and I have to get this one. I'm a huge fan of Thor, his character, and I think this one just looks absolutely amazing. So the next one is also from Thor Ragnarok. We're keeping it in the Marvel universe right now. So this one is from Thor Ragnarok, number 336. This is Hero Valkyrie, and I love the way she looks. She's got the two daggers in both of her hands. She's definitely ready for battle. Just her outfit's so awesome with the gold in it. It just looks phenomenal. I think she looks really good. I think Funko did a really good job on this one. And again, this is Hero Valkyrie. That's what they're calling this one, and she looks absolutely amazing. So if you love the movie Thor Ragnarok, which I actually own it, I love it. I thought it was very funny and very entertaining. I didn't like the Hulk too much in it. I mean, I liked him in the movie. I just didn't like that he was kind of he just seemed kind of like in the beginning he came out real strong, but then I think you saw a softer side to the Hulk, which I personally, just my opinion, I'm not a big fan of seeing a softer side of the Hulk. So I didn't enjoy that part, but I did enjoy the movie overall. I thought it was really good, definitely entertaining. But I want to see the Hulk just in beast mode all the time. And so, but definitely a cool movie. And so I love this character and what they did with Valkyrie here. So this is Hero Valkyrie number 336. Next down the line, we're going to talk about, still keeping in the Marvel universe. Here's Marvel number 350. This one's called Classic Ant-Man. And I love his suit, the blue and red suit. I love the helmet. And if you look, he's got kind of like that mouthpiece where he's breathing out of, which is pretty neat. And his helmet reminds me of just, old school. It reminds me of a classic television that you had to use what we used to call the rabbit ears to get the signal on them. So that's kind of what his helmet looks like here. It looks like a classic television with the rabbit ears. So I really love it. I love the design here. I think he looks great. especially that thing, you know, that the thing where he breathes out of through his mouth there. I think he looks phenomenal, and he's definitely flexing those little tiny muscles. I say tiny muscles because he's Ant-Man, but he looks really cool. So this is one I definitely want to pick up, and I'm excited to try to get this one as well. So he looks really great there. Now, sad news for me and for any Deadpool fan. This next pop here, this is Cheerleader Deadpool number 325, and this is Deadpool in pink glitter. So not only is Deadpool absolutely amazing, he's got his pink shoes on, his pink uniform, his pink pom-pom instead of the red one. This looks amazing, guys and girls. This looks amazing. There's only one problem. Funko's only making 1,000 of these. This is a limited edition 1,000 collector's piece. Which means, it's not telling me here, but I promise you, this one is only going to be available probably, I might be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like this one's probably only going to be available at Comic-Con. And if it does get released to stores, we're talking 2 per store, if that, and they're going to be picky on which stores are going to get them. I would assume, man, this could go, actually, I don't even want to assume anything. This could go to Target. This could go to any store, really. So I'm going to say, because it's 1,000 piece, that is probably going to be limited only to Comic-Con. Which means I have to, as a collector, because I need this piece, I have to have this one. So I have to determine how much am I willing to spend on eBay for him. So he looks awesome. I need him. I want him. He's 1,000. They only made 1,000 of them. So this one is going to skyrocket in value. So of course, collectors know this. And unfortunately, we have real collectors that collect. And then we have people that buy and sell to collectors to make money. And this one could go for a couple $100 right off the bat on eBay. So I have to really discuss this with myself and determine how much money am I willing to spend before this even gets released. Because once it goes on eBay, you know, unless it's a crazy amount of money, I'm going to probably buy it. If I do, I'll definitely show it to you guys. But, man, this one's awesome. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit longer on this one. But this one's awesome. So, next one on the list. This one's really cool, man. If you love Dragon Ball Z, you're going to love this one. Dragon Ball Z number 317. This is Chrome. Or should I say, sorry, it's not Chrome. Metallic Whis. So this is the metallic version of Whis. He looks amazing. And there is, I'll read this little disclaimer here. It says, Metallic Whis will be available exclusively at the Funimation booth. So they're kind of using Funko, but instead of Funkomation, they use Funimation booth number 4135. In case you're going to Comic-Con, he's going to be at booth 4135, and he's only going to be available at the 2018 San Diego Comic-Con. So again, if you want him, if you're a big Dragon Ball Z fan and this is a must-have for you, be ready to either go to Comic-Con and wait in line for that booth, or pay some extra money for him on eBay, and he's probably going to go for a pretty penny as well. Now, this one did not say it's a limited series, but if he's only going to be released at the Funimation booth number 4135, I can only imagine they've only made a certain amount. But it doesn't say that here, so I don't know. Maybe he'll only be available, and then after Comic-Con, they'll send him out to a store. We'll see. But he looks pretty amazing. His outfit looks great. His hair looks great. I love that they made him in metallic version. So this is pretty awesome. So this is Dragon Ball Z number 317, Metallic Whis. The next one on my list here to show you, now these next couple ones are probably going to be released to GameStop, just because they're video game Funko Pops, and that's usually what happens, just based off of history. But this one is Destiny Sweeper Bot, number 342. So, and he is the bravest bot in the tower. So he's really cool. I love the lights on the side of his head. I love the way he looks with the broom. You know, he's got that broom in the middle, right between his legs. He's sweeping. And so this is Sweeper Bot number 342. I have to have this one because I absolutely love what Destiny does with their Funko Pops. What Funko does with Destiny Funko Pops. So Destiny and Funko get together, they come up with these creative ideas, and this is what we end up getting. Some awesome characters and some awesome Funko Pops. Some of the best Funko Pops lately, in my opinion, when it comes to video games, have been Destiny Funko Pops. Destiny and Overwatch Funko Pops, they've released some really good ones. But Destiny, I love both games. I love both characters, all the characters from both games. But Destiny, I think, has the upper hand on what Funko has been able to do with their Funko Pops. I think Overwatch is great, but Destiny on their Funko Pops is just a little bit, there's a little bit more character in them, and I just love this one. So this is one I definitely want to get. And speaking of Overwatch, the next one here is Overwatch number 346. This is Soldier. This is Grill Master Soldier number 76. Now, I'm going to point out a few cool things I love about this one that really gives this character is obviously the scarring on his face, right? And then he's got the one shade that goes across his entire face, which I think is pretty cool. He's obviously got his gun, and he's pointing at you like you're next. I love his little apron. That's the apron around his red shirt and brown shorts. Yes, they're shorts. You can see some little scarring on his left leg there. But what really gets me on this one is the sandals with the white socks. That is pretty freaking cool, man. Like, it's so tacky, but it fits the character. Like, the white socks with the sandals on. By the way, if you wear sandals, don't wear socks. Don't wear socks. It looks tacky. But he looks pretty cool in this one. It definitely fits his character. So this is Soldier number 76 from the Overwatch Funko Pop number 346. So this one's pretty cool here. And it says, I'm going to read you what it says here. From the Overwatch Summer Games event, we'll be lining the shelves at San Diego Comic-Con this year. Respect the chief. So you better respect them. Going down, the next one. So this is Saga number 16. This is Gus in pajamas. And what I really liked about this one is that he's flocked. So I don't collect any of the Saga ones. I think I might have one. But I definitely want to get this one just because he's flocked. So I think he looks cool. And he's in pajamas. And he just looks really neat. So I think he looks adorable. And he's flocked. So I want to pick him up because he's flocked. So I'm going to guess that Barnes & Noble is going to get this one. Because Barnes & Noble carries last year's Saga Comic-Con exclusive, which was I don't remember the character's name, but it's the television, like the guy with the television on his head, or a television as a head. So they carry him. So I'm going to assume, again, I don't have the list yet, but I'm going to assume Barnes & Noble will be carrying this one. And last year, Barnes & Noble carried Flocked Tigger, and that one from Winnie the Pooh, and that one sold out immediately. So expect the same for this one, I would assume, because he's flocked. But he's definitely pretty cool. So going down the list here, we got a couple more I'm going to cover, and then we're going to make a part 2 of this video, okay? So actually, you know what? I'll cover one more, and then we'll start the part 2, because we're almost at the 20-minute mark here. So the last one I'm going to show you in this video, this is San Diego Comic-Con Funko Pop Exclusives 2018 video part 1. Because there's so many Funko Pops, I got to do a part 2. So this is going to be the last one for part 1. This is Hellboy number 18, and this is Hellboy in a suit. So you can see he's got that cool suit on, and I love the yellow eyes against the red skin of his. I love the little smirk on his face, you know, with his mouth open like that. I love that look. And it looks like to me, now I don't watch Hellboy a lot. I don't want to say I'm not a fan, but I'm just, I don't know. If a Hellboy movie comes out, I don't watch it. And I don't purposely not watch it. I'm not into Hellboy. So, I'm going to assume, because I don't watch Hellboy, that he's sitting on some type of throne that looks like an octopus, and then I guess on the top of the throne it has some type of crown, because the crown's not on his head. It looks like the crown's floating, so I'm assuming the crown is part of the chair that he's sitting on, because he does look like he's sitting down in some type of throne that looks like it's made out of octopus tentacles, which really looks cool. I mean, the Funko Pop looks amazing. Whether you like Hellboy or not, he looks awesome. So, but this is Hellboy number 18, and it's called Hellboy in a Suit. And this one looks really cool. So if you're a Hellboy fan, this is a must. This is a must for you to pick this one up. So this is part 1. I'm gonna do the video part 2 right now. So definitely make sure you watch part 2, because there's plenty more Funko Pops coming, and I'm saving a lot of the 2-packs and the 3-packs and the rock candies for the second part. So here we just talked about Funko Pops. On the second part, we're going to get into a lot of the 2-packs, 3-packs, and a lot of the other ones that are not necessarily... They're all made by Funko, but they're not necessarily Pops. Some of them are Dorbs, some of them are rock candy. So we'll get into that on part 2. We do still have some Funko Pops remaining, but then the rest of them are still going to be made by Funko, but they'll be different versions of what Funko makes. Which will, trust me, you got to stay tuned, because there is a Flash 3-pack, Chrome 3-pack that's coming out on the second part here. So you got to watch it, because that is my favorite one out of the entire Comic-Con exclusives, is going to be that one. And I will discuss that one next. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Make sure you watch part 2. Take care, guys. I'll see you during part 2 episode. Bye-bye.